going on, pilots? This is Pete with BananaHobby.com. This is your flight review of the SkySurfer Pro. In this review, we're going to go over a few things and a couple of hands-on things to show you what has improved and a definite difference between this version of the SkySurfer and the previous versions of the SkySurfers we've carried here at Banana Hobby. There's so many fun things about this particular SkySurfer that we're just going to jump right into it and start breaking it down for you. First of all, the wingspan is the wingspan is 63 inches, so it is 1600 millimeter. And I'm going to read you a couple of things that the box says. And basically, this airplane, we're gearing it really towards the hobbyist that wants to do FPV, and if you wanted to carry an onboard camera. There are so many types of onboard cameras right now, you know, from the GoPros to the Contours to the Sonys. We're really gearing this towards that kind of a genre. And then there also is that this is still a perfect trainer. These SkySurfers have been proven all across the boards. We've been using it for all kinds of different things. Just sport flying has been fun. And then for the people that are learning, it is excellent there as well. A couple of things about this one. The battery area here is down here, and the nose is actually removable. So we'll get a little bit closer of a view, but I just wanted to show you. There is ample enough room in here if you do choose to use a larger battery. The standard battery that it's calling for is a 4-cell 2200 size, but there's plenty of space down here for up to a much larger battery. And I have already actually initially test flown this SkySurfer Pro for the photos, and I'm actually able to fly this on 3-cell as well. I threw a 2200 3S up here, and it still had ample enough amount of power. And the reason why we set it up for the 4-cell outfit is because if you wanted to carry a payload, it could definitely carry that weight. The propeller here is foldable, and it's composite blend, and it just proves to have a lot of power with this complete setup. The speed control in here is a 50 amp speed control, and with an external BEC. Okay, so a couple of the cool things about this, let's talk about the wings right here. They actually they actually slide right on off, and the receiver here, go ahead and grab that, is down in here, and the wings plug directly into a port over here, so there's no wires to deal with. The wires are all internal, so you can actually pop the wings off, pop them back on for transportation, which is a really cool thing here. You don't have to deal with the wires, so you pretty much just slide it on, line her up, and then she snaps right in place just like that. And this is flying on 5 channels basically, so it's your elevator, rudder, ailerons, flaps, and throttle. So now, again, this is, I forgot to mention, this is fully EPO foam construction, and no glue was used actually in the build of this SkySurfer Pro. The tail section is actually plugged in there, so they could be removed as well. And now I'm going to go ahead and bring the camera in a little bit closer to show you a couple of really cool things in detail. So a couple of really cool things about this particular SkySurfer Pro is the fact that if you're a beginner and you wanted to fly this on only using throttle, elevator, and your rudder, you have the ability to lock the control surfaces into place. And that's why I wanted the camera to come in so I could show you this really cool function here. Right here, there's a plastic piece, and then there's a locking mechanism right here. So let's say we don't want to use the flaps, so we leave the flaps in the lock position. All we do is we flip this up right there. You can see this little tab, and you just press in that way, and there's a little pin that goes into the flap there, and then it locks the flap completely into place, and then you can actually just press that right down there. And the same thing goes right here for the ailerons. If you choose to fly it in your 3-channel format, you can just go ahead and pop this up, press that down, and then push this back down, and it locks the aileron in place, and you're flying it on the elevator and the rudder. And this plane is actually very responsive with just the elevator and the rudder. So if you're learning and you don't want to use your ailerons yet, that's a function for you there. But for today's review, we will use all the control surfaces so I can show you what the flying character is like. So far, this SkySurfer Pro, she floats, and she has a ton of power and flies really, really nice. And what we plan on doing here, I think that's the part I wanted to show you, and then let's go ahead and show you this really quick. The area where you plug the wings in, you can see right here, these are the 2 plugs here for the ailerons and then for the flaps. So there are twin carbon spars in here, and then all you do is you pretty much just slide that into place and then press right right down like that, and then you're locked and you're ready to go. This SkySurfer Pro is going to take the FPV and the aerial photography and video industry just upped it to the next level once again because of the payload area and the power to weight ratio that this motor and combo system has on 4-cell is absolutely just tremendous. A lot of power, a lot of room up here for when you want to mount your FPV gear, anything like that. I actually forgot to mention that this SkySurfer Pro actually does include a mount for a GoPro camera, so that is included. The servos in here are all digital, and they are 17-gram digital servos for that precision in the airframe. But again, if you wanted to sport fly this, they sport fly great. If you wanted to stick some camera gear on it like I've done, that's always fun to do. In the next few videos here, what we will do is we're going to try to bring you a couple of different views of this airplane with some FPV gear possibly, and with a couple of cameras mounted on it, and a couple of different places that we're going to go visit and fly the SkySurfer Pro. For today's review, we're going to give you a solid flight here, and we're just going to show you exactly how this SkySurfer Pro comes out of the box and how it performs using your own radio, or if you choose to get a radio from us. So let's go ahead and fly the SkySurfer Pro. All right, so we have our transmitter powered on here. We are going to go ahead and plug the SkySurfer Pro in. For today's flight, we are using a 2200 milliamp 4-cell Genesis power battery, and battery actually slides up right through the nose here, and then you can just pop that right back in. So there's a lot of space in here for you to move that battery around to adjust for your center of gravity and your different flying styles. But today, let's just go ahead and have some fun here with the SkySurfer Pro. Here we go. I'm going to power on here. Start our timer. Control surface check. Yeah, we're good. Here we go. Just give it a nice, gentle, even toss here. I don't tend to fly this SkySurfer at full throttle. I like to fly it nice and slow, and just stay on the throttle, on and off the throttle. And you can see the handling character is so very smooth on this particular SkySurfer Pro here. A little bit bumpy up there too, but I'll show you a upline. You can see the unlimited power here. And we're going to throttle up and pull straight vertical here. That SkySurfer Pro is climbing straight up, and I'm not letting off. Now we're just going to turn it into a stall turn there. You can see that power is more than enough, and very efficient as well. You know what I would do with this is just put a couple of fluorescent stripes or something like that underneath the main wings, and then I would sit up there and thermal all day long with the birds. Just look for thermal activity and have some fun here. Okay, again, this is not a hot dogger, but you know, it can be if you want it to. You know, we could definitely power up. There are twin carbon spars in there, so you don't have to worry about the wings folding. All right, we can definitely still do some sport aerobatics. Let's do a couple of rolls here. Can almost turn that into a rolling circle. Stall turn right here. Got a big loop. Nice big loop into a 4-point. What a nice flying glider here. Let's go ahead and flip her up inverted for you and do a little bit of SkySurfer Pro inverted flying. We are inverted. Roll her back here with a little point. And we're going to show you the flaps now. We're going to do some slow flying. I have my flaps set at 2 stages, so this is the single stage here. Let's go ahead and drop her all the way here. You can see how slow she comes in. Look at that. Look how slow that is. I can't wait to get some of these other videos produced for y'all, where we're gonna do some flying with camera gear. Full throttle there. Upline. Sweet. Let's go ahead and set her up for a landing here. We're gonna come in from right to left, and there is a Funjet Ultra in the air there that is doing about 150 miles an hour, he said. So you're gonna hear that zipping by. Okay, we're at full flaps here. We're gonna go ahead and make one turn and set her down in front of us here as close as we can. Actually, we'll just make that into a slow flyby because the wind actually changed direction, so we're gonna come in this way. So that is your flight review of the BlitzRCWorks SkySurfer Pro. Be sure to check back, and you're going to see some cool and new different types of videos coming up with some camera gear and things like that. But overall, you know, this is still the proven SkySurfer, and flying character is second to none. Just flies absolutely great. Sport flyer, whether you're learning, it's just everything is perfectly dialed in for the people that want to just have fun with this sport. Once again, my name is Pete. Thank you all for watching this videos. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe here as well. And be sure to check back when we have more fun videos to come. We will see you next time.